Yo!
Uh-huh.
It's that time, fellas. It's that time. Fight Club gamers.
Fight Club, baby.
I know it's been a minute, but it's time to talk football, baby. It is time. It's time. It's time. We had a little playoffs, little championship, but you got the host, your boy Timberland the Ghost.
We in here. We in the building.
You got your boy Balboa, the most feared Madden player out here with all the wheels and deals and know all the stick moves and everything. But we out here, man. It's time to talk about some league stuff. Tim.
Absolutely.
Man, we just passed some playoffs, Tim. It's time to get into these guys and figure out what the hell is going on out here.
Let's give these guys a good public service announcement in the beginning. This Fight Club, baby, we don't even want to go back to the origins. Let's just go to Madden 19. We've been going since the game first came out, 24-hour league, going all the way, and today is July the 11th. And we took breaks on holidays, just to kind of give a little bit more time. But we just want to tell everybody who rocked with us this Madden, thanks for rolling with us. We know 24-hour leagues are tough, and it's a year-long grind. Hey, but from Fight Club Gamers, we thank you guys. Hey, and we had a great year, and we look forward to a good Madden 20 at that point. But yeah, man, we had some good playoffs. This is what we're here to talk about, man. This is what we're here to talk about.
Playoffs. That's what we're here to talk about, fellas. And it's the playoffs was definitely. So this last season was interesting, right? We had a lot of new people that joined that said they had skill, found out they didn't. You know, some people that joined that found out, that they needed to up their game coming in Fight Club gamers. We can talk about that in a minute. And they did. And they showed up, and they've been making the playoffs ever since and probably torching motherfuckers in other leagues. But Fight Club is no joke. No joke. Definitely skill level. As far as connected franchise, it ups your game. Either you play hard, learn, or you just get your ass beat. I mean, it's just really no way to look at it.
Welcome to hell. Welcome to hell, baby.
That's right. So let's do this, man. Let's make a rundown, man. We're gonna do a quick rundown of the playoffs, the playoff race. Wild card, divisional conference, Super Bowl. I realize we are done at this point, but we're just gonna give a background just for some of the people that missed it, that might be tuning in, and we're just gonna run through it real quick. So let's do that, Tim. Right. Let's run through that. I'll jump in and just explain and go down through some of the wild card for people. Yeah. And just have some fun with that.
Let's do it.
We ready with that, fellas?
Yeah. If you're new to listening to this Fight Club Gamers, Fight Club Podcast, Fight Club Radio, we always have fun up here, man. Boy, run down that list.
Let's see if you're not having fun in your league, if you're not doing radio shows, if you're not doing it if it's not about the money, I mean, the hell you doing? Mm-hmm. What the hell you doing? You got to have fun with it. So let's have fun. Fight Club Gamers, wild card. Let's get it. All right. Wild card. First game up, Browns. You know who that is. That's your boy Balboa taking the Browns versus
playoffs?
King.
Playoff Balboa?
Hey, man. Playoffs. I made the playoffs. Goddamn. And you know what? I could have took it to the bowl, but I let your boy King on those Bengals over there. I let him live, dog. Somebody text me and say, let him live. I let him live. King, you know what it is. You know I could have won. Tissue know I could have won. Everybody know I could have won that game easy. I let you live. So King wins that game. He won by 20 points. Light work for him. So whatever. Good win, King. Moving on. You got your boy next, please, on the Ravens versus get him some Tissue on the Jets, man. Mm-hmm. Look, Tissue has been on a rampage, killing people back and forth. I mean, he don't play no games. You know how he do. He likes speed. He's using Grant. But little does he know, next, please, has like 3 players that's 98 speed. He don't care. 35-13. Tissue got killed in a matchup that was not a matchup, apparently, for next, please. I mean, Josh Allen for 475 yards, 3 touchdowns. Pat Mahomes on the Jets throwing absolutely no touchdowns.
Jeez.
No touchdowns.
Jeez. Who would have thought? Who would have imagined?
I want to make sure we heard that right. Mahomes on the Jets, controlled by tissue, threw 0 touchdowns and 4 interceptions.
Somebody get this man some tissue.
Get this motherfucker some tissue. Jesus Christ. That was absolutely crazy. I mean, next, please, torched him with different players all over the place. I mean, Marquise Brown, 200 yards. Tyreek Hill, 200 yards. You know, it's 200 yards all. They had a field day. Tissue, easiest way to say it, brother, you got killed.
Got killed. Jeez.
Next game, wild card still. iPlayer versus C4 Sipper on those Cowboys over there. C4 made light work of your boy iPlayer. 23-9.
I'm surprised by that.
God, how do people let Sipper win? I'm trying to figure it out. How do people? I mean, he only throw to the tight end and run the ball. I don't understand. How does he get past people? I don't know. Have you played him before?
Nah, but you know, I'm gonna tell you who C4 Sipper remind me of. He's kind of like a shadow kind of guy in the crew, man. He's gonna run the ball every play, and it just feel like it's gonna be predictable, but you gotta still stop it. You just gotta stop it.
Yo, 225 yards on the ground by Sipper on these Cowboys. Zeke takes control, 225 yards, 2 TDs. I don't even know if iPlayer should have been in that game. It was like the Russian beating up on Paulo, man, on them. It was bad, man. It was bad. Good game, Sipper. He moved on to the next round. And last but not least, you got your boy Richie Rich on the Green Bay Packers. Buccaneers with Slimy Worm, a.k.a. Trick Daddy.
Trick Daddy dollars.
24. Yeah, Trick Daddy. Slimy Worm wins that game, man. 34-28. Close game. These two people that came in the Fight Club, semi-new, they had to get a season or 2 under their belt to see how people played. They was definitely getting smashed at every turn, but they took Fight Club. They embraced it. They didn't whine. They didn't cry. They learned, and they took that, and now they're beating ass, and they're in either in playoffs or they're in other leagues demolishing people. That's how you do shit. That's how you become a bigger and better player. Good shit. Bucks move to the next round. And we are at the next round, which is the divisional, fellas. This definitely, you know, this is hurtful to everybody because divisional, that means you done lost a division. So I'm going to go a little faster here. You got the boy, because he moved on to the next round, you got the Ravens playing Go For It. Now, Go For It is somebody that, again, generally would torch somebody, but he lost this game 13-34 to Next Please. Admin versus admin, but you know, Next Please always said that Go For It was never a match for him anyway.
He did say that.
Didn't matter what team.
Ballad of admins.
He did, and he proved it, apparently. He proved it, and when the chips were down, Go For It, you could not step up in the paint and seal the deal. 34-13, light work by the Ravens.
34-13, Ravens over. Oh, man, Ravens over Texans. Go For It. What are we doing, big dog? What are we doing out here? You had a classic run. You know what? Go For It has been in the class of he hit a glass ceiling all Madden 19 when it comes down to winning the Super Bowl. Got to the conference a couple of times, just never struck it rich. I think Go For It got to go to the drawing boards next year and say, hey, whatever I did wrong in Madden 19, I got to win a Super Bowl in Madden 20. That should be your number one goal. Win a Super Bowl in Madden 20.
And that's real. But okay. So let me back up and go over here to Sipper. You know, he just won that wild card game. He goes over here to the divisional round. He's going to play, most of y'all know him as, I'm going to say Joseph Clown, but, you know, he out there known as, what is it? Dip County? Dip County out here in the ATL facing Sipper trying to ball out here. Sipper actually takes that game 20 to 17. Again, another close game, but Sipper is trying not to play like the average Joe. He don't want to do the passing. He don't want to get wrapped up in trying to chase the game. He's just running it down your throat like real All-American football. He not playing arcade style. Good win, 20 to 17. Sipper moves on. Another game, Big King on the Bengals versus Jose Sosa, the garbage guy. Hoe of the week, 28 to 0.
Jeez, in the playoffs?
Dog, how is that a playoff game? You can't score a touchdown? You can't kick a field goal? Look, you and your cats need to go some damn where. You and your penises and all your shit. This is some bullshit.
You talking about this young kid that's always talking trash, and he always bragging to us about how good he did on the leaderboards when it came down to competitive Madden, and he came around in the playoffs and put up 0 points with a bunny watching him? Fuck.
Oh man, this is absolutely this is terrible. This is terrible. Yeah, this is terrible. So, okay, moving right along. Trick Daddy himself on these Buccaneers slimy worm versus the Lions. A lot of y'all know him as that gamer tag. Make Madden great again. Somebody that's slick good came in as late in the season mid-round. Sneaky good, won every single game he can put his hands on. Where in the hell did he come from? Who is he? We don't know. All I know is he came in the Fight Club and completely torched this bitch. Won that game 42-3. Light work. He made easy work of the Buccaneers like he was supposed to be there in the playoffs. That's crazy. Moving along. Conference finals. All right. Here we go with the Ravens versus King.
Oh, this is gonna be.
Everybody know how this would go. That's a classic match. I mean, you got King versus, speed versus balance, right? Ravens with the speed, Bengals with no speed, but he got balance. You got one person with speed. But oh God, 34-10, the Bengals take that game easy, showing next please that it's not about speed, it's actually about your user skills and the plays that you use. You have to be able to adjust. You cannot just be community. Easy. But hey, thanks for playing. Good job. Next, please. You got there to the conference. You get a t-shirt, bro. You get a t-shirt.
Yeah. Next, please. Next, please. All right. Let's tell next, please. This. He's on the same list as Go For It. When it comes down to Super Bowls, you make it to the conference, you make it to the ship, and it's always somebody there that pounds your head in the ground. I don't know if it's Nene, I don't know if it's King, I don't know what the glass ceiling is next, please, but you definitely have to break through it. And we just being critical of you guys because we want to see you guys win the Super Bowl. Do we want to see these same guys win the Super Bowl every year? No. Y'all the next level of guys that can win the Super Bowl. You guys have to break through. Break through, man. Break through.
Break through. All right, next up, you got the Cowboys versus, again, the Lions. This rookie out of nowhere came in the league to try and show us his skill level, to show Fight Club that there are others out there that have skill level that can match up with Fight Club. And he plays Sipper. Again, Sipper, y'all know me. I feel like Sipper got no game, absolutely no game. Anybody in this league can beat Sipper. But Sipper has been proven he's in the playoffs for a reason. I don't know if it's forced wins or whatnot, Sims, but the man is there and he's winning games. But he comes against the rookie and absolutely loses. It was a close game, 17-10. But there can only be one, man. There can only be one. There was not enough rushing that he could do with Zeke. And it actually, the Lions turned the tables on him, man. He actually turned into the rushing machine. Using Alex Collins, 23 rushes, 151 yards, and a TD, but only 17 yards from Zeke?
That's it.
Doing 225 the previous week? Are you kidding me?
Boxed him right on up.
Jeez.
Boxed him right
That's
on up.
that's that's a box right there. He almost had it, but you
Boxed
gotta
him right
try
on up.
again.
Cowboys done, man. Cowboys done. If you're a toter and you can't turn around and throw the ball a couple of times and create a balanced offense, you're not gonna make it to the Super Bowl. You're gonna make it to the conference, and then you're gonna run into the tote stopper. And then you try to tote against a tote stopper, that's what happens. You stop right there. You stop right there in your tote tracks right at the conference, man.
The tote tracks.
Yeah.
All right. So that leaves us with the championship, right? That's what we need to talk about. That means we got the Lions, the rookie, versus the king of all Madden. That's what we need to talk about. How does this game go down? We already know how it goes down because they done played the game, but let's break it down a little bit. King with Ryan Finley out here, 152 yards, and Tyreek Jackson on those Lions, 190 yards. It is balancing out, but you got to remember, they twitched that game, and it wasn't a lot of passing. It wasn't a lot of rushing. Saquon Barkley, though, I mean, he broke for a few, but let's not let's not act like it was all free running. It was some broken tackles, and it just happened to miss. But Saquon Barkley, 17 carries, 122 yards, and a TD. Nothing came from the Lions. 26 yards total. It was absolutely, it was unbearable. But he hung in there as long as he could. Best thing to say is the game ended up 19-22. He played the best defense I've seen played since maybe Nene or Tyree Loaded. Do we put the rookie on that level? Should we put the rookie on that level?
You know what I'm gonna chalk it up as? I'm gonna chalk it up as the rookie made it to the Super Bowl, and he was just happy to be there. He was just happy to be there. No, I think he's a great player, and we're excited that we had some new blood inside of the Super Bowl. But it's kind of like I mean, the Raptors won the NBA championship. Are they gonna win it again? No. So Salt, you made it to the Super Bowl. Now the test is, can you make it back again? And can you make it back again against hard competition? You beat a toter in the conference championship and ran into the king. So what are we going to do next Madden to get you back to that Super Bowl? But no, I'm proud of the rookie. I think he did a great job. He had a great season, represented well. It's just one of those things. Just gotta keep it going.
Right. We definitely got to keep it going. All right. So I'm proud of the rookie too, man. I never would have thought that the rookie would have made it, but would we rather see him made it than Sippa? Would Sippa have done any better? On the Cowboys, would he have done any better? Could he have run all over King, not having any pass game to speak of? I don't know. I don't think so. But no disrespect to the Cowboys and Sippa himself. But I think everything played out the way it should have. This was definitely a good matchup, and looks like King didn't want to demolish him, or King had a rough time. So we're gonna try and get some of these people in here with us. We'll see if we can grab somebody in here with us. Got somebody in the chat out there. If you can pull them in, Tim. Greatly appreciate it.
Let me see if we got somebody in the chat. I don't see anybody in the chat ready to rock and roll.
Let me see. In the salty. Let's see.
We'll work, We'll work to get them in there, man. But
so this has been a great season, fellas. This has been an awesome season. While we're working on that, I'm gonna just talk about some things that's coming up and what we're doing. We've had like Tim said, we've been battling since other than the beginning of this year, every season, every Madden back to back for about 4 or 5 years now, and comes a point, sometimes you're happy to get a break. Sometimes you're happy to get a bye. 24 hours is tough. But so we're going to take a break, fellas. It's time for us to take a break. And when I say break, I don't mean Fight Club leaving Madden, quitting Madden, blah 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 blah. But what we're gonna do? We got about 4 we got 4 weeks until 4.5 weeks till Madden drop, till it officially drops. We're gonna take that time. We're gonna do some tournaments. You know, do some memes.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Talk some trash. Do some hype stuff. And we're gonna come back. We might do some tournaments. Some team ups, some things like that, some fun stuff, and then come back strong. Aside from that, where are we going at this point? What are we doing with the chat, guys? Anybody that won their division, they're getting moved over. Aside from the people that has already said they're not in. So you got a spot, definitely if you won your division. And we already pretty much full for Madden 20. There's already a chat for Madden 20. We are moving you guys over to that. And we're going to be over there rock and rolling. Richie already know about it. He over there talking trash already. Ty Reloaded is ready.
I like Madden 20 coming up. A lot of these guys had an opportunity to play the I guess what they call a closed beta version of it, and it's some very positive things. A lot of guys said they like it. They like it better than Madden 19. The mechanics, the running, just some of the I hate to use the word cheese, but some of the cheese that's in Madden 19 you can't necessarily do in Madden 20. And if that's the case, EA did a good job in upgrading the game, and I'm sure these guys are excited to play Madden 20 and really get it in. Every year is always going to be some sort of exploit, but it sounds like this upcoming one compared to Madden 19, it's a whole different world. So if that's the case, we're excited, and we're excited to bring people back. It'll be a lot of competition in Madden 20. So just think, if you were a rookie in Fight Club in Madden 19 and you worked your way up the ranks and you kind of made it to the top of the rankings at that point, just think Madden 20, you made it to the top of the rankings, and then some of the heavy hitters come back in and bump you right back down to the middle. So you're just going to have to fight, man. You have to fight to make it to the next level. And that's what Fight Club gaming is all about. We got some competitive players in here. We got some casuals. But in the end, if you want to win in here, you got to fight, big dog. You got to fight.
You got to fight. And some people know about that, man. We got your boy Rich the Goat that used to be out there. He know about fighting. He came in thinking he was going to be, somebody that was that can turn Fight Club upside down. Found out real quick it's a little hard. It's a little bit tough. You got some other people out there. Tyree Loaded. He's respectable, and he's beat some respectable people, but he realizes definitely comp in the league, and you can't come lollygagging, flopping, thinking that you can do anything. And as commissioners, with Tim and I, we like to say this: we just been letting y'all live, dog. To be honest with you, because again, as we call it, if we lock in, you're gonna get toasted anyway.
Oh, they know it. They know it.
So we trying to let y'all have fun.
They're taking our kindness for weakness, man. That's really what it is at that point. We're trying to get Solt in. If we can get him in, I think we got. You know what? Without further ado, let's bring in your boy Salty 19.
Big Solt.
Solt, can you hear us?
Where you at, buddy?
What's up? How's it going?
What up, man?
It is.
Championship, huh?
Made it to the Super Bowl.
Rookie, huh? We just got through talking about you, man. You're gonna listen later. No offense, but we was a little surprised at this, man. What's going on with you, man? First, tell us about yourself, man. Where you from? How many championships you done won? How many people you done smoked? Clubs.
I'm only 15, so I'm from Philadelphia area in Pennsylvania. I wasn't able to compete really much this year because of my age, the age restrictions, 16. But I was in the Philadelphia Eagles Club Series. I got disqualified. I was going to make the live event. I was the number 1 seed in it, but
wow.
They found out. I was going to use a fake ID to go there, but they ended up finding out that I was only 15.
Wow. you know what? let's keep it real. Like 15 years old, that's prime age for video games. So if you out there getting your ass whooped if you out there getting whooped by 15, you shouldn't even feel bad. Like that's the prime age.
Yeah, I understand. I think the people like say that because Madden is more towards a, I guess, older age group than I would say like Fortnite, which is all like 13-year-olds and all that type of stuff. Whereas Madden's more for the older ages.
But you know what, Salt, though? It's not. Let me put this logic to it. It's not really. No. If any of these guys say that, think about if they was to say that and they think about when they started playing Madden, I guarantee you that they were playing at an early teenage years. No matter what Madden it was, it could have been Madden 15, Madden 25, whatever Madden it was, they were playing in their early teen years. They didn't just pick it up in their 20s.
Yeah, no, they didn't.
but they don't like to get beat by a 15-year-old. Yes. They don't like to get beat by 18-year-old. That's not cool.
Yeah, especially they have had the game for a while and we're just getting introduced into it.
I can actually see a lot of 21 and unders making it the club and making it to and possibly winning belts when it comes down to it. Unless you like a serious streamer and you're sponsored and you can sit down and just play it all day long after you get out of school or whatever and have a salary to play it. I can see a lot of people 21 and under wreaking havoc, man. And you shouldn't feel bad. That's what they should do. That's what they should do, to be honest.
Hey, let's be real, Salt, man. It may not have been completely full. You didn't get the full force of a Fight Club because some of the players weren't in. They will be in 20.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate that you might not be in. We'll see. But the guys that you have played thus far, the guys that you did play, tell me about some of those guys. Who have you played? Not that you played before, but who have you played this season that you feel like was tough or you can see some skill in them that's good? I mean, call them out. Give me like 3 people.
I would think Richie was definitely the most improved player, I would say.
Same
definitely. Thing with I think Sipa definitely improved. I don't think he's fully there yet. Because I remember when I played them the season where I just joined in for the Bluntest chair. No cap or all, but I beat both of them, scored 70 on Sipa and scored a lot on Richie. They were blowouts, but I mean, Richie played me tough the last week 16. He came in with a new scheme, more of a meta offense, which dominates in live events and wins you money. And Sipa definitely played me tough too in the conference game.
Right. And we just got through talking about that. Sipa, Richie, we joke about them, and even the Buccaneers. Those guys, they came in getting trashed way before you came in, getting trashed all over the place. But within a season or two, they were up and running. They were using the community playbooks. They learned, they did a lot of labbing. And for being in Fight Club, they have learned a lot, and they are turning the tables.
Yeah, definitely. The Buccaneers guy, I've probably known for, I would say, a couple months now. He's a good friend of mine, so I try to help him out here and there. But unfortunate for him that he played me in the divisional rounds.
Yeah, but I hear he's in other leagues and he definitely torched those. He's in another league I'm in the Windy City League, which is full of people too. So I think he's a winning record in there, but he's definitely getting better. He just needs to take his time. I mean, everyone will get better if you put your time and effort into the game. Yeah, I don't know how much time it takes, but Jesus. But so let's talk about the championship. What do you think about that? Do you feel like you got hosed? Do you feel like you was right there? Do you feel like that he was just better than you? I mean, you were right there.
I felt like there was a lot of stuff that happened wrong that game that easily we turned back and look at the shit that went wrong. For example, my rookie receiver, I had him wide open on a corner route. He just dropped the football on a 4th and 6 or whatever it was. So there's nothing I could do about that. That changes the tables. Then he scores a touchdown that drive. I lofted a wide open corner out to Kenny Galladay, partially my fault, but usually when I throw that football, when I lofted, I usually, pass lead upwards. The pass lead never happened, and apparently he was out of bounds, and that would have been a touchdown if he stayed in bounds. I felt like I outplayed him in a way, but I also felt like he did what he had to do to win. Because I just felt like there wasn't really anything that he did really well that game. I mean, he broke off one run, then he just threw a streak or fade to John Ross, and that was practically it.
That was it. I saw that, and I was like, "Oh man, that's it." But you were right there, man. You were right there. I actually thought you were gonna go ahead and take him down. I couldn't tell. I was like, "Is King playing around? Is he?" See, what I think is he comes into. Well, let me ask you: have you played him before?
I have played him multiple times before in money games and stuff. So yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. So he comes in sometimes playing around, thinking, "Okay, well, I'm gonna win this game," and then bullcrap happens to him, and he's like, "Oh shit! Well, I need to change this now. I need to start throwing to John Ross. I need to start doing something to come out, and get ahead because Madden will take control and say, you know what, you're gonna lose this game if you don't." Play.
I think, I also thought, I jumped on him early. I mean, I had he broke off a wham in the first two plays, so I knew that wasn't I'm not gonna let that happen again. That was just a fluke play just happening. Then I kick three, I stop him, and then I score another touchdown. But I think he wasn't really playing around that much because, in my opinion, I felt like I was the one that should have had that game because of what happened during that game. You can all turn back and just watch that, and I felt like that should have been mine. But he definitely came out and ran the football a lot more than I was thinking. It took me a while to adjust to it. He never did that before. He just slowed down the game and didn't let me get on offense for a little bit.
Yeah, usually he doesn't slow down any games. Now he wants to throw for 500 if he can, run for 500. Yeah. But this was definitely a different King. So I was surprised, but that wham, man. What? Okay, let's do this. Maybe you can help some of the lowly people out here that need some adjustments. Since you were there at the bowl and you faced it, and you obviously face it all the time. What can you do versus the wham? What do you need to adjust with?
The problem with it is, it is a really good run. I would say it's probably the best run in the game, unless you find something else to mix in with it. In my opinion, all you really need to do is just man up your safeties or play just a standard man-to-man and get your safeties in the run fits. That's all it's about. If you just play a standard cover 2, your safeties stay dropped back because they're supposed to be in deep blues. Cover 3, your corners won't shoot it, your mid-safety won't shoot it because they're in deep blues. So you really need to do is just put people in zones or just man up the entire field. And that's what I did. I mean, I stopped the wham after that one run, and then I went to the man-to-man coverage. He just put John Ross on a fade. That actually was my fault. I was going to user press him, but I missed the press because John Ross's press isn't really good. So I thought, maybe I stuff him at the line for a little, and the pressure gets there.
Oh, so you tried to slow him up some, and then let your line take control of it. Yeah. So he won't be able to. He might even make a mistake, throw a pick or something like that. But I got you. Yeah, I played him in the wild card, and he couldn't get John Ross going until right near the end in fourth quarter. I think he threw 2 long bombs to him. He kept trying, but I would hold him up at the line. And also having somebody manning him up as he went. That somebody was just as fast, but the problem is he just blasted past him, and that was enough,
Yeah. The problem is he was running the football a lot. So the last thing on my mind was John Ross. But I always had that slight case of, he's might just put him on a fade here. I knew it was coming and I messed it up myself. So him running the football was strategically with Joe Mixon and Saquon Barkley, arguably top 2, top 5, top 10 running backs in the league, probably running the football with them. The last thing you're thinking is a John Ross fade when he's just toting his life away.
Right. Right, absolutely, and it gets on your nerve too.
Yeah.
Barkley, I don't know. He's coming up the middle. You hit him once, you hit him twice, and he's still not going
Yeah,
down.
he's getting that weird animation that he just like sticks up. It's like just go down, dog.
It's just, and it's amazing, but he still gets it. But okay,
Yeah.
okay. So you did mention most improved. You talk about Richie. Sippa. They definitely have stepped up some. Anybody else that you can think of that you might have faced that's got some skill level or
I like Ghost Struts a lot. I just think I think he's a good player. He just needs to be. I don't know what his situation was, why he just stopped playing. He easily could have took Richie's spot for the playoffs. All he had to do is win out.
easy,
All he had to do is
easy.
win out. Yeah, because he didn't. I don't think he faced really anybody. I think he faced like the
He
Vikings and
did.
all those type of guys, and that
He
weren't
did. Now,
playing.
I think Richie owes him some money, maybe for something like that. Or
Yeah,
Richie, you owe him some money if you're listening. You owe him some money. You owe him your keys. Let him rub on your girl or something like that. Something you owe the man
yeah,
something because he gave away 2 forced wins. He just gave away the last 3 games for no
yeah,
reason, and he wasn't playing any. And the rest of his games were just nobody CPU. So he could have easily walked in the playoffs and it would have been a good game, but. Richie was there, and Richie played good, but he definitely would have been there instead of Richie.
yeah,
But
definitely.
what about did you ever play the Texans or see him play?
I haven't. I seen him play in the next please game. I mean, I really didn't catch a lot of it because by the time I looked over, I already thought the game was over. So I
Gotcha.
really didn't blink an eye. I didn't play him either. Yeah, I don't think there's really anyone else that I played that I can really comment about.
Okay, okay. What about Seahawks guy, Dip County? I think his name was.
Yeah, I've I've seen him play, and I'm not sure if I played him. I might have, but I think he's a very defensive player. I felt like the only reason Sippa beat him was because of the run game was working, and he relies on that user blitz, which is pretty annoying and gives a lot of people trouble. Pisses me off too. So
That you're like the fifth person that said that, especially somebody that's competitive and Dip don't mind saying. I'm gonna throw this out there because I know he's gonna say something to me later. They're out there. They're saying you're gay for doing that. So that's frowned
yeah,
upon.
it's pretty. It's pretty. Yeah, I hate it.
but people know how to stop it. Or the people that do, they it's annoying, but people will figure out a way around it to stop. At least the people that have seen it multiple times. So
Yeah, I think what you got to really do against it is just play a balanced game. You can't. He's gonna maybe try to shoot a gap on a run, and you catch him, and it's a play action, and he's already in there for a user blitz, and your running back catches him or something like that. I think what you got to really do against it is you just got to put as many short routes and out routes or anything you can against the standard cover 3 while he's just shooting the gap because he's defenseless. He's going to rely on his own zones.
right, and that's been pretty good. So I'm glad you were able to say that because that gave some people an opportunity for some things to look for, some things to do to counteract that. He's definitely been killing people, a sack leader in interception due to the rush
Yes.
user blitz, and I'm guilty of that because I am terrible. I see him coming, I'm like, oh my god, it's like the refrigerator Perry coming at me, or Mike Singletary. I'm like, what the hell? How did he get through there? It's 2 seconds.
Yeah, it is scary. Sometimes he fakes it, and you're just gonna quick stop a streak, and he'll get back there in time. I say the only way countering is don't go into spread sets. Sippa was doing that at the end of the game. I was kind of a little worried, like, what are you doing, Sippa? Why are you in a spread set? Because he's sending 5, so he's going to easily come through there. So, I don't know. You just got to get into a bunch set, trip set. A lot of sets that have a running back next to you or a tight end to be able to block.
Right. Well, that's good advice, man. Look, I'm appreciative of you. We appreciate you on Fight Club for joining us, man. Getting a chance to get in the game with us, be in the league with us, grace us with your presence and some of your skill set. Joining the championship. Everybody, like I said, money will be there shortly.
Yeah.
But it is definitely awesome that you was able to join us, man, and play with us. So hopefully we'll see you again soon in Madden 20.
Yeah.
And some of the new competition you'll see, there'll be new guys that's definitely that maybe that you haven't played that have been beating King down.
Yeah.
so it's even more tougher. But if you are not able to be in the league with us, hey, we got these tournaments that's coming up. So you're in the other chat with us, so you'll be able to jump in some of those. It won't take as much time. It'll just be a day or two, whenever you are available to play and win some money. All you need to do is beat maybe 3 guys and win some money.
Yeah. Yeah, I would love to join the league next year. It all depends on how much time I got. I really want to compete next year. I'll be turning 16. So I think I want to compete. I'm going to put that over most of my stuff, except for probably schoolwork. But yeah, I really want to get into it. I kind of just want to go win a belt or try to win a lot of money off of EA. I think that's my number one priority over anything. But if that doesn't work out, or I get more time than I thought I would, I'll definitely join the leagues and tournaments. And I enjoyed the first league.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Just look out for us. We'll check back with you. No big deal. Well, I appreciate you, man. We're gonna sign off, fellas. So everybody, if you're listening, that was Salty. King won the Super Bowl. He's in runner-up, obviously. And we're signing off, fellas. You know what it is, Fight Club Gamers, man. If you need to touch bases with us and find out more, you jump on the YouTube channel. You can always like this video, subscribe. You can get the news channels whenever you want to. Whenever the radio shows are out, you don't have to wait to get it. You'll be getting it instantly. You can join on the website, fightclubgamers.com. And also you can hit us up if you want to be in any tournaments. So you'll see us on Twitter and everything else. And that Fight Club apparel is coming out, fellas. If you need those T-shirts, and you want to rock those to the club matches. That said, fellas, we Fight Club Gamers. We out. We appreciate it, Salty.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
All right, man.